It's called Advanced Answering Techniques. So it is 3 professional people explaining to other people how to answer different questions, a multiple variety of questions. Advanced Answering Techniques.
Hello and welcome to Advanced Answering Techniques. This is the show where you send in questions and we give you answers and the techniques that you need to succeed when answering your own question or questions that come to you. Right, guys? Is that about right? I'm joined by Caleb.
Yeah.
And Gabe.
Uh-huh.
And we got a lot to get to today, guys. So maybe we should just crack right into it.
Let's do it. I want to crack open this honey hive.
Oh, this honey hive.
I don't crack is not something that I usually associate with a honey hive. It's more of an egg or an ovum.
When I think of a honey hive,
Yeah.
I might peel it.
Yeah.
I might peel some of the like papery, hive
Yeah.
nest
The nest off.
outside.
Yeah.
Just dried bee spit.
Yep. I that's just one of the ways we're different. I like to crack it. You guys like to peel.
Yeah,
Just similar with oranges too. Crack those oranges open.
yeah.
You guys are peeling them. Me? Nope. Crack.
You wait for them to become
Crackable.
fossilized.
Yeah.
Petrified oranges. The only kind I enjoy.
Those desiccated oranges. Have you ever had those Trader Joe's clementine slices that are like real dried?
No.
No.
They're so good.
Are they?
They are.
What do they taste like?
They're tangy.
Are they sweet at all?
There's some sweetness
Okay.
there.
I was
It's
suspecting
sort of
because
like
it's fruit.
nature's Sour Patch Kids.
It's tangy and sweet.
yeah.
Nature's Sour Patch Kids.
That sounds
Yeah.
so different than your typical tangerine.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I guess it's not wet.
No, it's not.
That's kind
You
of
provide-
amazing.
Wow, see that's huge.
It's pretty different.
if true.
Tangerines
Not
are usually wet.
Yeah.
Let's get right down to Joy's question.
Yeah. Actually, first, I have a question of my own.
Oh, okay.
I recently celebrated a milestone birthday. I'm 70 years old, and so I was wondering if there's anything that made you feel when you guys turned
70.
old. Yeah, when you guys became old. What was a thing that happened that made you realize not only like you are actually
Right.
that old.
Right.
Like you have reached that age, but also your desires, your
Right.
wants have lined up
Totally shifted.
with that. Because I think I'll provide an example. I ordered a pair of back scratchers, one for my house and one for my office,
Yeah.
and it was
Because you're
such.
tired of carrying that one back scratcher around.
Well, I'm not. What am I going to put in my backpack, take it to work?
Yeah.
So I just one for each place that I spend my time, all my time, and then. But when I placed the order last week, it was such a long weekend, and I actually did check the tracking information for my back scratcher to see when it was going to arrive, and that was when I was like, okay, I'm old, I have hair on my back,
Yeah.
and it needs scratching.
Must
my
be
wife-
scritched.
Obliges scratching my back,
Sure.
but I don't think she likes it.
No?
So
No, she's trying. She doesn't like trying to kind of like untangle
No.
all the matted
yeah,
fur back. Like if she could just give it a scratch, that'd be
Right.
fine. But it's a lot of extra work.
yes, all of the additional responsibilities
And now-
that come along with it.
First of all, I just wanted to make sure, like, what kind of counting system are you using for your birthday?
Counting system.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
to
kind of, like-
track my age.
Yeah. Is
Oh,
it like
you know
a
how I
different
don't
one,
want to
or-
reveal actual personal information on this podcast. So
Sure.
I've obscured my age
Right.
intentionally.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's around 70.
I'm around 70
Or it's around 70, give or take 40 years.
or so.
Yeah. Something like that. Okay. I just wanted to make sure because
Dude, if I get doxxed
was like-
because of this, Caleb,
I was
Somebody
thinking like,
sends, hey, listen.
if somebody
sends
swats me-
if somebody sends me a birthday card,
yeah.
an accurate birthday card,
another back scratcher.
If somebody swats me, and by that I mean calls the SWAT team on my house or gives me
Right.
the appropriate number of birthday swats,
Right.
then I'm going to be very upset.
You'll be like, if they keep going after 30, you're like, phew.
Okay, wow. They don't know very much about me.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So okay, that's interesting though. You gotta. So I just want.
Now
I
I'm
was
curious,
just wasn't
what-
sure if you were like using like a dog years, but it's like Gabe years.
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 Oh.
Gabe
Like dog years, like a dog years,
dog
like
years.
seven times our years.
One of our years is 7 of theirs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean that's
And the
not-
dogs agree.
Yeah, as far as we can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they keep aging that way.
That's true. It's like their bones and skin agree.
They can't talk, but they can nod.
Yeah.
No, they can't.
Is this how old you are?
Dogs can't nod.
Dogs can nod.
Dogs be nod
Dude, they
nod
can
all the
nod.
time.
No.
Dogs
Yeah,
nod.
they
Dogs
nod.
nod on my
They-
cords.
Exactly. Exactly.
They nod on my shoes.
Okay, so but now you got these back scratchers, and what you were saying is his wife, she has to like untangle his hair, but
Right.
so
Not true.
now you don't have to do that with
I
these
don't-
back scratchers.
well,
They do that.
First of all,
or-
Josh was vastly overstating the amount of hair on my back.
Yeah.
I don't have that much hair.
But
on
I
my
was
back.
completely overlooking the number of zits.
right.
Yes.
It's true. It's true. This one's got this thing is equipped. This back scratcher.
Equipped?
Yeah, it's got all
got
the
a-
right tools for the job.
little pincher.
Yeah. It's got kind of a siphon and a little tank. It's also a squirt gun.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
So what
Suicide.
did you order or what did you buy that made you feel old? Or what, is a thing that you were like, oh wow, okay, this
Oh.
is where I'm at. I'm excited
Right.
about the back scratcher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. The day after my my 30th or 70th birthday, I ordered gelatin capsules, so
Oh,
I could fill them with the herbs that I need to sustain life.
Is that true?
Milk thistle.
Some milk thistle, some magnesium,
Zinc.
zinc for testosterone.
You guys are saying magnesium and zinc are herbs?
Yeah,
no,
they're
no,
herbs.
no, but it was mainly herbs, but I also some
Okay.
magnesium and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to throw that
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To work with the milk thistle. For
about you,
me,
Caleb?
what made me feel old was when I bought a brand new video game system.
Okay.
And but I couldn't figure out how to track it.
Mm,
So I learned I was old.
yeah.
You could figure out how to track it.
Track the package.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't use the internet good enough to
Right.
track it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I
yeah.
was so old. I was
Yeah,
like,
you
oh,
could-
I don't. How does this work?
Yeah.
Is that true?
No, it's a lie.
Oh, okay.
It's a joke for the podcast.
Well, okay. Sorry. I should have clarified. I want true answers only.
Okay. What made me feel old? Oh man, I can't. I mean, I feel old all the time.
Yeah.
I literally feel old.
Right.
Yeah.
Like when I what made me feel old
Yeah.
is exercising and hurting my body.
Mm.
Just
Right.
trying to do
Oh, okay,
normal
yeah, that'll do it.
exercise.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, all right,
Yeah.
I can't actually move.
Yeah. And
Now I
watching,
can't move.
And watching the like coaches, or what do you call him, a trainer? So you're a trainer or a
Sure.
coach.
Either
Watching
one.
his face when you couldn't do the thing that you were definitely supposed to
do
be able to do.
He's like,
He never imagined that you would have someone at your age not be able to
not
do that.
be able to lift a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And
So
this
that made me feel old.
and that reminds me of I think it was a stand-up joke that I once did that was, do you want to feel old? Give your grandpa a hug.
Yeah, just feel him.
Just a
Check
long hug.
Yeah. That's one way. Or check out that elbow skin.
Yeah, sure. That's true.
Yeah,
Give that a little
Yeah.
between the fingers.
right. Got just a little.
Roll it.
Roll it
Make
between
like you're
give it the
asking
old-
for money and then place it near your grandfather's elbow.
Go McConaughey on those elbows.
All right.
all right.
Just feeling that.
That's
Yeah.
on one side
So-
of the elbow.
Yeah, all left, all left, all left.
We love Matthew McConaughey on this podcast.
Yeah, dude. Green
and
lights.
he's, you know who
Green lights.
my hero is? Him 10 years in the future.
Yeah, dude. Totally. Because I'm like, I'm pretty much done what McConaughey's
Right.
done
I've
now.
accomplished it. The
Yeah.
body
Oh, man.
of work.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks for answering my question.
Guys, it's
Yeah, so one of those techniques we displayed just now is you can lie a little bit.
A little bit. But
Yeah.
somebody might ask if it's a lie.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it, guys. We have a question from frequent collaborator Joy. And this is, I don't know how Joy is feeling currently based on this question. She seems a little, not quite her like jovial self
Interesting.
on this particular
Interesting
question.
choice of words, Josh.
What's that? Jovial?
Yeah, that's jovial.
Jovial self?
Joyful.
This is, we are recording this fully aware that we did just cover a Joy question last week, but that's what the, current bank of questions is looking like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Which I love.
yeah, which is not, listen, we're not complaining.
The
No.
bank of joy
Yeah.
and delight
Mm-hmm.
and fun.
And joyfulness.
Jovial.
Joviality.
Joviality. So let's listen.
I find deep unsatisfaction when I get an email and I work very hard to reply, well, add a little bit of charm. And I sent an email recently that I was so proud of. I thought, I'm not rolling over and apologizing for everything. I'm being funny. I'm being to the point. And I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting some more of that response in return, I think. And all I got was, sounds good, thanks. And I think that is the most, I don't know what the female version of emasculating is, but it's that feeling. I feel like demoralizing or something. And anyways, what's your guys' best email strategy?
What's our best email strategy? There's a lot to unpack there. I love Joy searching for the word.
Do you mean dispack there?
There's a lot to dispack there. I like Joy searching for the word that describes the opposite of satisfaction or a state that's less than satisfied
Yeah.
and finding unsatisfied.
Well, it's tricky because you don't say dissatisfy, really.
Yeah, you do.
But you don't typically say, I know what you mean, you can say it, but you say unsatisfied. So that it doesn't make sense to you. You might say unsatisfaction.
I was dissatisfied with my customer.
I think it's a
Totally. You
experience.
totally can. But I think the typical way you say it is I'm unsatisfied.
Yes, it's true.
You know what I mean? So I get it. I get it. It's not right. It's totally wrong.
I don't know
Joy.
that I
But-
guess I'm not saying that it's wrong. That it's wrong.
Yeah.
Well, the
seems
purpose
wrong.
of
It seemed
purpose
wrong
of
to me.
language, right, is to communicate, and
Right.
so unsatisfied communicates
Absolutely.
this.
Yes.
So I agree that we don't have to be real sticklers, but I mean, it's just you should just say
It is
dissatisfied.
it is kind of what we do on this podcast.
What else are we going to talk about?
If we don't become pedantic over the choice of words in the question,
the question.
this is going to be a quick podcast.
Maybe, yeah.
Which I think some people would love.
some
Sure.
people would prefer that we didn't even do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like our children.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Oh, I mean, mine's not at that point where she's aware of this
Oh.
Yeah.
as a thing, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
as soon as she is, she will be against it.
You haven't made her aware.
No,
You're hiding it from your
well,
daughter.
not really.
Oh, okay.
But she's going to be anti-fast.
Yeah. My kids are, they got their overalls are falling apart,
Oh, yeah.
no
Yeah.
shoes on.
Overalls like the barrels,
Yeah.
Yes.
barrels with
Yeah.
suspenders on
They're
them.
going-
Oshkosh,
they're going-
Bagosh, barrels.
Dada, where you going? Dada, where you going? Out to do the podcast.
Not again,
Not
Dada.
again, Dada.
Got to go to the unemployment line and then the podcast.
The podcast. They don't want
Oh.
me to do it.
Destitute.
Unsatisfaction. I get it though because it's sort of like dissatisfied would be like you weren't ever satisfied. Like
Yes.
it didn't satisfy ever. Whereas like her expectation for the response was she was satisfied with what she did.
Yes.
Right.
And then she became unsatisfied
Here's
with
an
the
example.
response.
I one time was fed a meal
Okay.
that was very delicious.
Just once?
And well made. No,
See-
this is
see,
one
this is the
time
kind of,
where
this is
happened.
how joy feels, right?
And so I think you're right. We should stop the podcast. No, but one time I was fed this meal, and it was a delicious
Just once?
soup. And I, you know what I wish was just once? That joke. I wish that joke just happened just once. Just once. Just the first time that you did it, and it was incredibly funny. But
How is he going to start? How is he going to try to change it?
once upon a time, I
Just once.
I was at somebody's house and they made this soup and we ate it and it was good and I was satisfied with the soup. And then some information came to light about the locale that from which these ingredients were procured that made me unsatisfied. It reversed my state of satisfaction. And it was that they said, "Did you like the soup?" And I said, "Yes." And they said, "Well, we got all of the food for it out of a dumpster," which is something you tell somebody before you feed them
Yeah.
the food.
Unless you want them to eat it.
Right. They were
Yeah.
like, "We're trying to unload this soup."
Yeah. Yeah. If you're just trying to trick a friend.
Right.
Yeah, if you're just trying to be like, look, garbage tastes good.
Yeah.
It did taste good, though. Mm-hmm. I disagree. I was there, too. I ate the soup. I liked it. And then I was amazed that these beautiful women had gathered this garbage and made us beautiful soup. I was happy. It increased my satisfaction.
One man's trash is another man's soup.
Yes. That's definitely part of what we
Part of
learned.
what was happening there.
Yeah.
But at that, so dissatisfied, it does mean that you're maybe approaching it with a neutral state, in a
Right.
neutral
Yeah.
state of satisfaction, and then you can be
That didn't
satisfied
meet my standards.
or dissatisfied.
Yeah. Oh boy.
But anyway,
This is good stuff.
Well,
We're really turning this garbage into soup.
you know what soup turns into? Pee.
yeah, have you guys experienced anything like this? Like where you really feel like you're giving somebody something good.
Yeah.
Here, I put effort into this.
Yeah.
Here you go. And then the reaction is like, "Oh, thanks. Great."
Yeah.
Not with it's like you're not playing ball
Right.
here. I'm not passing you the ball, you're not kicking it back to me.
Yep.
You're not showing me any kind of like real appreciation.
Yeah.
Does that ever happen to you guys?
People that don't view emails as opportunities and
Right.
they view them as just a means to an end, right? It's a message that it's just information being passed from one person to another.
Yeah. It's all going to be zeros and ones anyway.
Yeah, but why not take the opportunity to make it fun?
Yeah.
Make it
Spark joy.
sure.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
now you're talking.
Yeah, be careful.
And
Oh yeah.
I guess it would be interesting to learn more about what, there was something about when Joy said, I didn't roll over and apologize a bunch.
Right.
And I was like, okay, that
What
feels,
is this email?
it feels relatable, but also confusing. I'm like, what is this in regards to? Because I think what's implied and what I'm taking away from it is apologizing for not getting back quickly. That's almost always how emails begin, right?
right.
Is sorry, I didn't respond sooner.
Yep.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe she's talking about another issue that she is
should be apologizing
reluctant
for.
to apologize about.
Right. Right.
I don't know.
Like she got an email that was like, "Listen, ma'am, if you're going to be allowed back in the food
Yeah.
co-op,
Yeah.
you can't act like you acted last time."
Right.
Yeah.
And she's like, "I'm not apologizing.
Yeah. I will not.
I will not apologize
It's
for my
okay.
behavior when you ran out of
Yeah.
magnesium
Magnesium or other herbs.
Yeah,
Or
milk thistle magnesium capsules.
the
I'm so
cafe.
fond of.
usually has plenty of garbage soup on Wednesdays.
Right.
Fresh out.
Right.
Yeah, you're
Fresh out of garbage
Fresh
soup.
out of garbage soup.
Or something like, ma'am, we look the other way when you take one artichoke heart out of the salad bar, but when you take a whole handful of bacon, we have to intervene.
Yes. And she's not apologizing.
She's
for that.
not apologizing anymore.
No.
No, my ownership status at the food co-op
Yep.
does permit me to take one handful of bacon from the salad bar per month.
Bacon Fridays.
Yep.
Just get a glove.
Yep.
I don't know if they'd be emailing her if she was wearing a glove. They'd probably be like,
Well,
"Nah."
you're supposed to wear a glove.
Right.
You grab it with a glove, and then you unwrap the glove off of your hand.
bacon bag.
So you've got, it's sort of like the same technique you use to pick up dog crap,
Right.
but you're grabbing bacon.
Yeah. Yep.
That's not how I do it.
That is like it's kind of an unwritten rule. The
Right.
co-op is that
Yeah.
when you do get your monthly allotment of
Right.
bacon, that you procure it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way it's easily weighed.
Yep.
I do like my bacon procured.
Yeah. No, that's
Stupid.
good.
Yeah.
That's
Procured.
Procured.
Procured. But
Procured.
I mean, if it's done by a professional, that is certainly
Oh, you got
a
a
selling
point.
point
You
for
got
me.
a point.
1 point for Gabe.
I can't believe I just gave you a point.
Points are back.
There was something else about what
Gabe's
she was
on the
saying.
board.
Well, okay. For emails,
Mhm.
Okay.
for me, my tendency is to be very officious.
Yeah.
Is to be very like, oh,
Mm.
I've got to make this super official,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
Was that, or did I use the wrong word?
No,
Officious?
No.
No, I didn't understand the word.
Oh, okay. That's
That's probably
interesting-
more to do with me
Interesting
than you.
thing about Gabe.
Yeah. Doesn't know the word officious.
Yeah.
No, I do know it.
Officious.
I thought you said efficious, like efficient, and I was like, what?
No, I said officious, like efficient.
Okay. Like efficient.
Okay.
Like efficient.
Yes, yes.
Officient.
But so my tendency is to try to be too formal
Yeah.
for some reason, and I always have to go back and unformalize
Humanize it.
make it more,
Deformalize.
add some charm in, like
Yeah,
she
deform
said.
it.
Deform the email. But it's
Get
tricky,
this-
the
get
adding
this
the
thing
charm
looking
in,
like-
adding charm to an email. It's like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
How do you put charm into an email?
Yeah.
It's just words. You don't get the immediate reply. You can't put a joke in.
Oh, you can do
and
emojis.
then undercut it immediately with like another text.
Yeah.
Like if you're talking about text and how
Yeah.
people usually communicate, it all has to be right in one.
Yeah.
And so you're mapping it out.
Right. You got to get it. You got to get it
I
right.
got to convey the right information, but I want it to be sort of a pleasure to read.
Mhm.
That's one reason that people work on their handwriting is so that normal things in life become beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you want to have this aesthetic. And you can't do that with your handwriting. You can I guess you could choose a crazy font for your emails.
Yeah.
Maybe that would be fun.
Don't do
Comic
that,
Sans.
Please don't do it.
Don't do that.
I think it's a bad move.
Yeah.
But
Different
so you're-
colored text.
It actually
different
doesn't
color
even
text
matter.
every other letter.
I would say it doesn't even matter because I know folks that just have their text sized up.
Yeah.
Same font, but it's sized up, and it doesn't matter what the font is.
Right.
If you make any changes from the default, there's something wrong.
Do you think
Yeah.
maybe one thing that Joy is thinking that is making it charming? Does she think that italics, putting something in italics, is charming?
winky. It's
Yeah.
like kind of winking.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Like
Maybe that's what
describing
it is.
action.
Yeah. Yeah.
well, it makes the email go fast.
Yeah.
It's already
You
it's got
kinda-
this
It's more
momentum.
aerodynamic.
It's
Yeah.
leaning
You've
forward.
got this. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I can go from one
Yeah.
word
Yeah.
to the next.
It
Super easy.
Wouldn't that be an interesting thing to text? To take a book that's the same book,
Mhm.
and you do one normal,
Yeah.
and then you do one that's all italicized, and then throw them and see which
one
is
goes faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Or put them on a hill.
Yeah.
And see
Which
which one starts rolling down the hill.
quick.
Yeah.
When you
Or
get
you could throw them both into a fire, see which one burns up fastest.
You could do that, or you could try to read one page
Mm-hmm.
of one and read the other page and see if you read faster.
faster, maybe
Okay.
maybe your eyes kind of slide over the words more
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah.
and then you try to read it
it's
backwards,
italicized.
and it's easier to read the straight one backwards.
because your eyes are getting all stuck.
Yeah.
you're
Your
getting
eyes are getting all
trying to climb
It's like
up the backwards way.
trying to drive over spikes.
Yes, exactly.
yeah. It's like if you drive the wrong way over
spikes.
you're not going to really understand very
exactly
much
the
if you
same.
read italics. You're going to be
It's
really
exactly
slow
the
reading
same.
italics backwards, and you're not going to
And
understand it.
your
at all.
eyeballs are just rolling over, over
Oh,
spikes.
ouch.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Please don't try it. at
What's the
home.
opposite of italics? If it just slanted the wrong way.
Yeah, if you reversed, all the text reversed
Oh.
italics. They don't do
Reverse italics.
They don't really do that.
it. They
No.
don't do it. They haven't
What's the
given us-
opposite of italics? No, they don't do that.
No one does it.
What's the opposite of italics? Germans.
Hey,
I like
not
that.
bad. Not
They,
bad.
they kind of joined up at one point, though.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
feel like they're
opposites
pretty
attract.
opposite cultures.
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna fight me on this? Don't you?
No, I'm
Opposites
not.
attract.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
yeah.
fight you. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to fight you.
Don't fight me on this, Gabe.
Germans are the men.
Yeah, you
Italians,
guys are starting to sound like the Germans and Italians.
Italians
I'm not
are
going to
pretty
fight you.
Germans are the men. Italians are the women in the relationship.
Germans are dogs. Italians are cats.
Yep.
Josh?
That's
Germans.
pretty. I have to do one too.
Yes.
Yeah, you have
please.
to do one.
Okay. I think that Germans are pianos.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Agreed.
Italians are mandolins.
Yes, I agree. Germans are sharks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Italians are jet skis.
I'm going to have to disagree with
Oh.
that.
Okay. Holy moly.
I just don't see it at all, Caleb.
Oh my goodness.
It just doesn't hold water
You've
the way
never
that
seen how
Germans are dogs, Italians are cats, you know?
I mean, it's got a lot more water involved.
Right? It's
Yeah.
true. It doesn't hold water.
It's leaking all over the
Yeah, I guess you're
Swimming
right.
through it,
leaking
it's
all over the place.
skiing on top of it.
You never seen a shark get married to a jet ski?
Never have.
But
I'd
you
love to.
have seen a dog get married to a cat.
I'd love to
Sure.
know that they've made peace
Yes.
with each other.
Yes.
Sharks and jet skis.
They've signed a, Treaty of Versailles.
What is it? Goodness and righteousness have met,
Yes.
and jet skis and sharks have kissed. I know I'm butchering that bit of scripture, but
It's good.
I'll confess.
That's a good thing to do, Gabe.
Thank you. Yeah.
How do we get
We need more
How did
people
we get
doing
here?
that.
If only. The real question at hand though is that Joy has really asked us for our
Okay.
strategy
Yeah.
when it comes to email. Caleb, you've kind of touched on it a little bit. That you're
Yeah, let me
that
get
you're
right back to
officious, that you're officious, and then you have to kind of go through and casualize.
Yeah, I had to casualize, had to throw in, like what she's saying, you get
Yeah.
the main stuff out and then you got to
Yeah.
go back through. But usually I realize, I've got too many words here, take out a few words.
Yeah.
What
What are some of your favorite words to take out? What do you?
Well, I usually take the ums out.
Uh-huh.
I write in ums.
It's very officious
Yeah.
note.
I'm writing it officiously, but like I talk. I will say
Like
honestly,
it's an official transcript or something.
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Or I'm like, who am I? Because it depends on who I'm writing to,
Right.
Obviously.
Know
But-
your audience.
Yeah.
Yes. Who did I had to write an email recently to someone where you're like not
president?
sure. Yeah, I was writing an email to Joe Biden.
Okay.
And I was like, how do I address him?
Mr. President.
Right.
Yes, but I
Yes.
didn't want to be sexy about it.
Oh, okay.
Didn't know how to do it.
So that's why you didn't say happy birthday.
I wrote in parentheses, not sexy.
Not sexy.
Said
Mr. President.
You started off
not
with
sexy.
happy birthday, Mr. President. Then you erased happy birthday.
It can't be sexy.
Can't be that. Okay. Oh, definitely can't be italicized if it can't
No,
be sexy.
if it's not going to be sexy or
Yeah.
bold.
yeah.
These slinky letters.
yeah. These slinky
Salacious,
letters.
slinky letters.
But yeah, one thing I do have to get rid of is the word just and like a lot.
Yes.
I use those a lot when I'm just typing.
Yes.
Just typing stuff out. I'm using a lot of like imprecise
Really?
language.
I do really or kind of.
So get rid of that stuff and even go a little bit too far. Get rid of some articles. Get rid
Okay.
of some conjunctions.
Yep.
Get rid of some, or make the conjunctions into
Right.
Yeah.
2 words.
Yep.
Make, if you got rid of an article, now
Right.
you got room. You
Right.
can make a conjunction into 2 words.
Right. And if you're including a whole article in your email
Right.
or multiple articles, like that's just going to be a lot to get through.
Huge email.
That's gonna be a
And
lot
people
to
are
get
kinda
through.
like, I think he meant instead of putting an article in here from Forbes,
Right.
I think he meant to put the letter A.
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
I don't know if you've seen what Forbes
And
is
then-
writing about you.
And then an article from Forbes, and then it says matter at hand.
It's so take out those articles.
Yeah.
They make a simple email virtually unreadable.
It's completely
It's true.
confounding.
Well,
it's
you know,
really confounding.
People do
'Cause
love
it's a li-
Tarzan.
yeah.
And he
it's-
talks like that.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah, Tarzan's always just quoting entire articles from Forbes or
People love Tarzan.
oh my gosh, people are going crazy for him.
Still.
They're like, this guy.
Yeah.
You can't
What?
get it up.
Yeah.
He taught us so much, even though he knew so little.
Yes.
Yeah, he was dumb as bricks.
Tarzan.
I guess Tarzan is exactly as dumb as somebody who grew up in the jungle without any humans around would
Right.
be, you'd think.
I think he's a little smarter than most.
Explain.
He decides, to wear some clothes.
Oh.
I think a lot of guys in that situation are not putting
Would
a
just
loincloth
never
on.
get around to it.
They just would be like,
Yeah.
this is difficult, but no one else is
I don't
doing
think
it. He
so.
stands
Yeah.
apart
We don't have
from
to
the
get
gorillas.
into it, but there's just very practical reasons that you would want to cover up if you're swinging around on
And I'm just saying, some
lines,
guys out there are
things
going to
like
be
that.
dumb and not
Yeah.
not connect the two.
Yeah.
At any rate, my go-to thing with emails,
Connect the 2 pieces of
this
cloth.
is probably the best way I know of handling emails is to receive an email that I need to respond to and then just wait as long as possible and then apologize
Right.
a lot. And yes, there is a lot of writing and rewriting. That's
Yeah.
just part of the process. That's refining.
Mm.
Mark Twain said, I wrote you a 4-page letter because I didn't have time to write you a 2-page letter.
Right.
Because it takes
Right.
more time to put together that
To be concise.
Yes.
concision.
Right.
Concision.
Yeah.
Concision
Right.
takes time. Is that a word? Is concision a word?
Well, it's a contraction of the word circumcision. Circumcision. Yeah.
Circumcision.
Circumcision.
Circumcision. It's
Yeah.
it's a contraction that you get rid of circum.
You cut it off.
Yeah,
so to
you
speak.
cut off circum.
Yeah.
And
Just
you got
moil that right
concision.
off.
Concision.
Yeah.
Eh.
You do have to bite
old
the
chompers.
circum off.
And anyway, so yeah, that's my go-to process is to really agonize over that sort of thing. And yeah, I'm writing in jokes, and then I'm thinking, whoa, this is no laughing matter.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Condolences.
Yeah.
I'm writing in condolences,
Yep.
and I'm like,
Condolences.
well, am I really that sorry? No, those sorts of things.
Right.
So
You write in a joke that's kind of inappropriate or offensive,
Yeah.
and then you write in condolences on their lack
So-
of
yeah.
humor,
And
their
if-
lack of
if I'm
sense of
including
humor.
a
Sorry that
link-
you didn't like that. I assume that you didn't.
sorry that was. Sorry you hated
Sorry,
that.
that's on you.
yeah.
And I am doing a lot of like if I'm including a link to say an article by Forbes, then I will click the link about 80 times
To make
before I
sure.
send it because it's not going to what I was looking at on Amazon or something
Yeah.
like that.
Gabe, that is
Yeah.
very
Those sorts
relatable.
of
That
things.
is definitely
Yeah.
Yes.
Click the link.
something. Make sure that those
Always
links
click the link.
is right.
Now wait, why are you guys so afraid?
What afraid of what?
Like what they're gonna see?
Well, I don't.
if it's not the right link.
I don't want them to know exactly what kind of back scratcher I'm
Right.
using.
Right. Because
That's-
you don't want to get doxxed.
That's doxed.
That's
how
personal
Gabe gets
information.
doxed.
personal information.
They don't. I don't want them to know that I got the wide claw.
Right.
You know.
And the matted hair one. He doesn't want them
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to know that this is the
What's a
one
back
that
scratcher
right
that
through.
works
I don't-
with matted hair instead of against it?
I don't want them to know.
Makes
how,
friends.
You know, kind of like when you read italics the right way.
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
These are the things that I need to keep to myself.
Yeah. Sorry, we're
Yeah.
kind of getting into it here then.
No, that's fine. I mean, I guess whatever.
I think, Gabe, those are great strategies.
Thanks, Josh.
The thing that I used to do, and now you would never even think to do. First of all, so much communication that used to happen by email now happens on
Yeah.
some kind of chat
Yeah.
service, right?
Yep.
That's most of the emails.
And to be
AOL
clear, you're
being-
talking about like a messaging
Like-
service,
Yeah.
not like French cats.
Right, not shut. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
AOL Instant Messenger.
Right.
Correct.
When you get on AOL, and now we have almost fully, as a society, converted to just using
Kind of
AIM.
true.
From
It's absolutely, it is
Yeah.
metaphorically true. Like so much of my communication is just on my phone's messaging system or on
like
Slack.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like AIM.
AAM.
But so when you're sending an email now, the burden on you is to not write like an extensive email. So the idea of being like witty and fun, that's pretty hard to do these days in an email because
True.
you are really writing short emails these days.
Yep.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
I used to write a good, 3 or 4 paragraph email.
Stretch
Oh,
out
yeah.
a little bit
Right.
on those.
Oh,
But we're not doing that anymore. So my strategy is really to get through it as fast as possible. To listen, and if there are some opportunities to throw some things in
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
Can I give an
I
example
would love
really
to hear
quick?
an
Oh my
One
gosh,
thing I'll do
please.
is I'll finish my email and then go, okay, let's look up some pretty infrequently used emojis, throw them in there just to make people aware.
Absolutely.
Look
hey
at
guys,
these
check out this emoji.
Hey there.
Just look at.
I'm not sure if you've
we
ever.
don't really see these
Yeah.
emojis much,
You
so
ever
I
see
kind of
this-
want to air them out a little bit.
Yeah, do you guys ever notice the the flag emoji for French Guiana?
Right, exactly.
I was gonna go
or
for
the
an
Jewish
obscure
star emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this.
Maybe people are using that one.
There's this rock emoji. It's just a rock.
Yeah.
Enjoy
or like
this.
I know that's not that obscure, but like, how often are you just sending an emoji of a
An
rock,
emoji with a giraffe.
right, just a rock.
or even including the rock emoji in any other kind of
Yeah.
message?
It would be great to know which is the least used emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And speaking of a rock, what about the Iraq flag?
yeah,
Yeah.
you could use that one too.
Or
Yeah.
the
Seychelles, the island. There's like an African. It's got a very beautiful flag.
What kind
Um,
give me the kind of the air.
There's my go-to emoji when it comes to an email situation.
Iran. Oh yeah, but then I was what if a running man? What if it's like Iran right over those spikes backwards? Right. Okay. Yes.
and then like what if one of the emojis is I ran over their spikes backwards.
Right.
That seems
That's
like
really good. I'm sorry I didn't laugh, but I did like it a lot.
Yeah.
wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Where did you
sometimes
come
that's
up
how
with
it
that,
goes.
Caleb?
I spent some time thinking about it, conversing.
With who? I mean, you didn't go anywhere. You were just sitting here the whole time.
Gabe, don't worry. Don't worry your pretty
Hey.
little head.
Well,
Gabe, can I talk to you?
yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna go look over here. I'm just gonna kind of. There's something on the wall I want to.
Okay, look
Check
at the
out.
wall.
I noticed some of your Funko Pops
What
fell
are
over,
you-
Josh.
What are you getting on me about? You,
I just was curious where the joke came from. Seemed pretty good.
and so you were curious. You didn't think I could have come up
Just
with it.
wanted to get a little insight into how you came up with it.
So you thought because the joke's good
No.
and doesn't elicit laughter, but it is funny. How did Caleb come up with this? He couldn't have done this himself.
Sure. Or no, that isn't what I was thinking.
Oh,
I just appreciated it, and it's it's sort of where you're like, oh, I like this song. It's kind of an interesting guitar tone. I wonder what the influence of that is, and you start to kind of dig in and see where these things originate from. That's the
Okay.
way my brain works,
okay.
and it's broken. My brain's broken. So,
I mean,
I
that is
thought
not
the joke was funny.
that is not the tone that I got from you, Gabe.
The
The tone I got from you was like, where'd that come from?
well, and maybe this is like
Sort of like a dad like finding cigarettes in his son's room and going,
Yeah.
where'd these come from?
you bought them for me.
And he goes, oh my gosh, I gotta really stop drinking so much.
Yeah, and
Oh, well, I was able to fix it. There was my Rainn Wilson bobblehead fell over and knocked over my Pete Holmes bobblehead.
oh no,
Goodness.
those two
Catastrophic. Well,
beef.
oh, so yeah, okay. Iran emoji.
Mm-hmm.
That would be good. I just tossing some extra emojis people might not be aware of.
Okay,
Emoji
Yeah.
awareness.
Yes, emoji awareness.
yeah, and there's probably a ribbon. Like there's probably an emoji ribbon for emoji awareness. Probably yellow.
Yep. Depending on who you are.
Mustard awareness.
One of the big things that I think that we should all take away from this particular question is that we can't think about what you can do for other people
Yeah,
just by supporting
yeah.
their funny emails.
Sure.
Yes.
Well, so
Yes.
Just
yeah,
be just like noticing and being like, oh, somebody crafted this
Yes.
thing. Somebody took some time. Just as Justin likes to say, just appreciate.
I
Yeah.
appreciate.
Yep.
And maybe they could toss in. I think Joy. Ultimately, what it comes down to is Joy probably would have been happy with getting an email that says, instead of just "sounds great, thanks," if it said, "Hey Joy, great email.
Yeah.
Sounds good, thanks."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
If
Oh,
that
or
was
I get
Or
what you're
ha
saying.
ha 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 ha.
Right, right.
I would do one of those.
Yeah.
Some people
Spaces
might.
in between the ha's?
I would have
Ha,
just
ha,
running
ha.
all in one line,
Ha?
and I would
Yeah.
do it all lowercase,
Yeah.
5 haha.
so that it's
ha's.
like I couldn't get this out fast enough.
Right.
Sure.
This is literally, literally, I don't have to put LOL
There's
because you
two-
know.
There's two H's right next to each other, maybe.
Yeah,
A little
because
bit in
there's
there.
mistakes in there.
Yeah.
You can build in some mistakes.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
My fine motor control is under attack from this joke.
I mean, because I get what she means. When you put work into something, you want to see some feedback, and when you
yeah.
don't get it, you go, okay, well, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Is that the world we want to live in? It's like this is like
Yeah.
shopping at the mom and pop store in your area. Like
Yeah.
someday it just won't be there.
Right. Yeah.
Someday you'll look for a funny email from Joy
Instead
and you
of-
just won't have it.
instead of going into the mom and pop store and getting greeted by the man because he likes you because you go in and see, you go into a store and there's a man who's paid to greet
To
people.
greet you.
Yeah.
And it's the same man because he lost his job.
He lost his job.
That's
Now
where he
he's a
works.
greeter.
Good news.
Yeah.
Job opening.
Yeah. Yeah. So that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't
it's
do that.
it's actually not too bad of a deal for him because now with the bigger, the chain that moved in, he actually gets health benefits.
Yeah.
and,
And
a lot
maybe
of other perks.
just less
from-
stress overall.
Yeah.
Like he's not running a
Yes,
small business,
exactly.
and that's kind of stressful.
He doesn't have
Yeah.
to do quarterly taxes
Right.
and payroll tax and all. Like there's
Right.
there's such a burden for small business owners in this country. It's kind of astonishing.
And so there might be some good things about maybe taking this off
Yeah.
Joy's plate.
it's true.
Right.
that we're not thinking.
Yeah, you
about.
don't have to do a good job. You just get the information out. You know,
Yeah.
honestly, just get the information out because there's tax benefits, there's life insurance.
Yeah, when you're sitting down to write an email, just ask yourself what's in it for me.
Yeah.
You know, what am I going to get out of this?
But sometimes you want to write an email, send it out, and then you want to get back like someone's like an audio file of someone clapping.
Right. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that would be good.
Actually, can we make a special request to our audience?
Oh yeah. If
Yeah.
we know that it can be kind of scary to ask us questions.
We
Yeah.
get it.
We get it. It's a little bit freaky.
Yeah. Like,
But
just
if-
think about if you say something like unsatisfied.
Yeah.
Like, what
kind
was
of-
that? A good 10 minutes on unsatisfied?
Yeah.
A good
So-
yes.
It wasn't unsatisfied. It was unsatisfaction. But
Sure.
the I got you.
Caleb got Josh.
You were the one that kept saying unsatisfied.
I know.
At the top.
So no, because I was trying to oh gosh. Let's blow ourselves up.
Yes.
Let's buy some fertilizer.
What I was gonna say was, all listeners this week, we would love it if you sent us a minute clip of you guys clapping.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we'll put it all together. Josh will put it all together. And
I've got
we'll
this
be
kind
able
of
to
time.
hear all of your claps together.
Yeah.
And that might be for us. It might be for Joy's email.
Right.
You think of what you would like to clap for it.
And then we'll decide what you're actually clapping for
And
in
we'll-
the context of a podcast episode.
Right.
I'm excited.
I want to hear these claps.
You know what I would like to hear?
What?
More questions.
Yeah, let's get more questions from you guys. If you'd like to send in a question, you can send one to advancedansweringtechniques@gmail.com. All you need to do is record an audio file. That's all we're looking for, an audio file of about a minute in length, telling us about maybe a funny situation in your life and then asking a question based on it. That's really the ideal kind of thing we're looking for. So send those along to us.
Yes.
Guys, anything else we need to deal with?
I just wanted to say that, sometimes you are able to turn garbage into soup, but
Right.
sometimes you turn soup into garbage.
Yeah. Sometimes somebody's like, here, this is good.
Yeah.
And you're like, thank you, it is good.
And then you throw
you
trash into the
You
bowl.
just put stuff
You
in the bowl.
actually put literal trash
Yeah. Yep.
into the bowl, and then you go,
Here's a banana peel, here's a fish skeleton.
yes.
Blew my nose in this tissue.
Yes, you throw it in and you go, wow, okay,
Yeah.
none of this worked.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you get a soup
Yeah.
in the mail and you make it into garbage.
Mhm.
Wow, that's just the way that life goes.
That is some of the ups and downs of life. So thanks a lot for listening, everybody, and please enjoy the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
The rest of it.
Kisses.
Bye.
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 Little lovely, you don't see what's right in front of your face. You say you love me, but it seems like, honey, you put me second place. Good looking, you don't know what you're looking for. You better watch me, 'cause you just might clock me speeding out the door. I thought you knew I'd do my best for you. Ooh. I choose from the shelf at the top, bring you the cream of the crop. I pull from the highest shelf, give you the best of myself. Fine lady, I feel you. Go focusing on my flaws. Your feet are dragging, you say I'm bragging, but darling, put away those claws. Mamacita, I know you think it's overwrought. Listen, little cabbage, I might have baggage, but give it another shot. I hope you see, not too bad's pretty good for me. I choose from the shelf at the top, bring you the cream of the crop. I pull from the highest shelf, give you the best of the best of myself.